Although Starship is now known to be a rather large agency and home to some of the biggest names in K-pop, such as Sistar, Monsta X, and Cosmic Girls, back in the early 2000s, it was far from the truth. Starship Entertainment was a small agency founded in 2008. They signed their first major artist K-Will, and 2 years later, debuted their first girl group Sistar. But in order to keep up with the rapid changing environment in the industry, boy groups were now hot in demand. The company was lacking in the boy group department and shifted priorities. Starship began heavily training their boy trainees and preparing them to debut. During the trainee period, Donghyun, Youngmin, and Minwoo were the first members to be chosen for Starship's new boy group. The three young boys had no idea what their name would be until Minwoo and Kwangmin had a funny encounter with the vocal coach. Minwoo and Kwangmin were headed to a vocal lesson where the coach asked if they were boyfriend. The two boys exchanged glances at each other in confusion, and Minwoo responded, "Are we boyfriend?" Kwangmin laughed at how ridiculous the name was, but Boyfriend's leader Donghyun confessed that he and his members felt burdened by the name and they were uncomfortable with it at first. He was the only member in his 20s at the time and said the name was a little juvenile. Nonetheless, it was official. The group was now branded as Boyfriend and they were working hard training up until their debut. Starship released one of their first teasers on May 19, 2011. Boyfriend became a hot topic amongst Korean netizens and viewers anticipating their boy group's debut because of their tough image and sharp dance moves. The boys quickly accumulated a fan base that would later be named Best Friends. What a quick and ironic way to friendzone your fan base so early on. 10 years later, the boys would reveal that the fandom name was originally named Girlfriend, but they didn't know how the male fans would take it, so that's why they chose Best Friend. After a rigorous training period, the six charming boys officially debuted on May 26, 2011 with their self-titled single, Boyfriend. The single was a cute confession song, and the MV was the ultimate boys next door concept that would make any young heart flutter, but some fans felt a little catfish when looking back at their debut teaser. There was not much of a demand for the gentle cute concept by boy groups at the time. It was the era of tough bad boys and sexy boy crush. Starship's decision to debut Boyfriend with the overly sweet flower boy image was risky but necessary to make them stand out from their competitors. The boys were nicknamed Pet Idols and Boyfriend Idols due to their charm and even compared them to SHINee, who also dabbled in the concept from time to time. This decision was proved to be rather successful, with the MV reaching 1 million views within 5 days of its release, which was a huge number back in the day before streaming was a big deal as it is today. They also attracted attention overseas, mainly in the States and Europe. Music-wise, the song broke away from the hook formula, which emphasizes the repetitive short chorus that usually comes to mind when thinking of K-pop. For the most part, you either loved or hated the song, not much of an in-between. Even the members said it themselves.
이거 보면서 팬이 될 수 있다는 게.
야 그런 얘기는
그러면 안 돼. 아니야. 근데 내가 나를 봐서 그런가?
그치.
그리고 너무 센스있긴 했어.
너무 컨셉이 약간 확실해서 호불호가 갈릴 수 있다고 생각을.
그러니까.
The issue some critics had with Boyfriend in the beginning was they believed the concept limited the group and cemented their image as a cartoon-like flower boy. To combat their concern, Boyfriend had to change their choreography to their debut single and only had 2 days to learn it. Luckily for them, they were able to successfully perform their new choreography on stage with no mistakes. The group promised they would show a different side of themselves with their follow-up single. After Boyfriend promotions wrapped up, You and I was Boyfriend's next attempt to grow their fan base. The single was produced by Brave Brothers, who are also known to produce countless hit tracks for other artists. Unlike the fresh and cute aesthetic from the debut single, You and I emphasized a new look and charm and was praised equally by fans and critics. To further step out of their debut image, Boyfriend announced they shifted concepts with their first comeback. The members said, "The song is exciting, but the lyrics are sad and emotional. If the debut song was an image of lovely and cute boy, the song emphasizes a mature and charismatic manly image." The boys teamed up with Sweet Tune to produce their second official single, Don't Touch My Girl, aiming to get the Rookie of the Year award. Don't Touch My Girl was released on October 6th. The single did not stray far from Boyfriend's original concept, well, musically that is. Lyrically, the tone was a bit more mature and emotional, reflecting what the members teased earlier. It was the perfect balance of familiarity while bringing something new to the table and showing growth, pleasing old fans while drawing in new ones. The boys released one last single before the end of the year, titled I'll Be There. On December 8, 2011, the group had once again found the perfect balance burying their old image and new image, which in return found success, with the single peaking at number 2 on the Gun charts. Boyfriend was slowly rising into popularity and on everyone's radar. When it came to the most anticipated time of the year, the end of the year award shows, Boyfriend was nominated and won several awards. These awards reflected the group's hard work and showed a promising future for the years to come. Boyfriend were just beginning to conquer the K-pop scene, but instead of keeping their focus and building their image and fan base in their home country, Starship Entertainment shifted their focus towards the Japanese market. The group signed with Being Incorporated for their first Japanese special album titled We Are Boyfriend. The album was released on June 6, 2012 as a prelude to their official Japanese debut and included 7 tracks. Be My Shine was the group's first Japanese single and reverted the members back into their innocent boys next door concept. Boyfriend held their first Japanese showcase on June 30th. This was a successful event that filled thousands of seats. They were also congratulated by Kara, Wonder Girls, M-Black, Sistar, and Infinite. On November 8, 2012, Boyfriend hit one of their first big milestones by releasing their first full-length album. Their lead single and album titled Janus referred to the Roman god Janus. He is a god depicted with 2 faces and the god of beginning and transitions, which is a double metaphor for Boyfriend's transformation with their new mature and manly image and based to their music video storyline. For this comeback, the boys had to pre-record one of their live stages before the song was officially released. The fans who came out that day to the recording were unaware that they were going to be the first to witness the group's dramatic transformation. Minwoo said in a video that they practiced so hard for the comeback that the mirrors in the training room were fogged up due to their sweat and heat. He explained that the choreography was so hard to learn, even though it looked easy on stage, but the original version of the choreography was even harder.
자누스 같은 경우에는 진짜 한두 번 하면은 다 같이 바닥에 쓰러져서 살려달라고 외쳤던 기억이 나요. 이게 연습이 끝나면 저희의 땀과 열기로 거울에 습기가 가득 차서 아무것도 보이지 않을 정도로 정말 열심히 연습했었고, 그리고 안무가 어려워요. 간단한 동작인 것 같으면서도 멋을 내기가 굉장히 힘들어서 고생을 했던.
In one instance, he remembered that they were filming for the MV. They danced so hard that they broke the marble floor on the studio.
찍을 때도 뭐 사전 녹화할 때도 연습할 때도 정말 힘들었어요, 체력적으로. 그래서 뮤직비디오 촬영할 때 저희가 막 발도 꽝꽝꽝 구르면서 하다가 뮤직비디오 세트 대리석 이렇게 막 부실 정도로 부서졌었어요. 그래서 엄청 열심히 했던 기억이 나요.
Surprisingly enough, Starship hated the song and concept and wanted to maintain their cute image. However, the boys pushed for the song and Starship finally gave in. The album and image shift proved to be a commercial success, with the album peaking at number 2 on the Gaon charts and sold well over 30,000 copies. While the group was hitting it big with their new tough image domestically, overseas in Japan, the Japanese market favored their innocent and soft image. So for the continued Japanese promotions, the boys released double singles Dance 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 and My Lady in December of 2012 with their cute image. To celebrate their single, the boys held a high-touch event in front of thousands of fans. Boyfriend, the rookie group who just debuted over a year ago, had gained mega popularity both domestically and internationally, which shocked industry officials. The boy group continued to promote simultaneously in Korea and Japan towards the end of the year and held a successful sold-out solo concert in Japan. The 5-day concert sold out within 10 minutes to over 12,000 fans. While back in Korea, Boyfriend were teased to be the new stars of the 7th season of Hello Baby. Hello Baby was a popular reality show where celebrities experience parenthood by raising children ages 5 and under. The main purpose is to see whether or not the celebrities make good parents. And let me tell you, back then, you knew you were a big name in the industry if you starred on Hello Baby. It was that big. On the show, the boys fathered 2 young toddlers for 12 episodes. Boyfriend was already rising to the top as one of the biggest names in K-pop and ultimately named one of the biggest boy groups in Japan at the time. They even starred in their own Japanese movie called Goge Ikemen 5. They went on to release a repackaged version of Janus, promoting their album with the lead single Aya. On March 27th, the group released their new Japanese single Hitomi no Melody, which would also be the 44th ending song to the hit anime series Detective Conan. This would also mark Boyfriend as the first foreign artist to sing for the series. Later in May, the group released a special single titled On and On. This song would be a gift to their fans celebrating their 2nd anniversary. The group continued activities back and forth between Japan and Korea and had a busy schedule ahead. However, on June 14th, Jungmin was rushed to the hospital where he was diagnosed with acute appendicitis. Starship announced that he would be taking a leave of absence to recover and the group would now promote as 5, for the time being of course. Starship had fully shifted focus on Japan during this time and had the boys release a holiday single. The group continued to expand their activities overseas as their popularity grew, and in 2014, they became the first K-pop group to do a solo concert in Puerto Rico and also held concerts in the United States. Starship continued to focus their activities outside of their home country, which started to make Korean fans feel neglected. However, the wait was almost over. Towards the end of May, the members began opening their own independent social media accounts and releasing teasers for their new single. Their much anticipated and iconic single Obsession was released. Boyfriend were no longer the cute bubbly boys that they were in the beginning, and now portrayed a strong and manly image very different from the past work. The group returned once again with their enchanting single Witch in October. This theatrical comeback, Boyfriend turned into charismatic vampires and introduced their dark side, giving us a bewitching performance. With this comeback, the group held their first domestic concert and won their first place award on a music show. Continuing with their dark concept, the group released Bounce in March of 2015. The dark fantasy music video took inspiration from Alice in Wonderland. Once again, the boys won first place for Bounce. In the following month, Boyfriend began their first world tour. Boyfriend traveled to Taiwan, Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, Mexico, Finland, Russia, and France. Boyfriend dramatically lost momentum entering 2016, and it was no help that Starship kept shipping them off to Japan and slowly began to abandon the group. Fans took notice and feared that the reign of Boyfriend would be close to the end, especially now that Starship debuted a new boy group and girl group and their 7th year was soon approaching. In May of 2016, Boyfriend released their 11th Korean digital single, To My Best Friend, to celebrate their 5th anniversary. In November, they released their 8th Japanese single, Jackpot. Boyfriend would continue to promote in Japan for the rest of 2016 and entering 2017, releasing 2 more Japanese singles, I Miss You and Summer. The group did release another Korean single titled Star, but it went under the radar. Would this be the final nail in the coffin for Boyfriend? Luckily for the group, the members were presented with the final opportunity to regain their popularity through an idol reboot show titled, you guessed it, The Unit. 4 of the members, Jongmin, Donghyun, Kwangmin, and Minwoo, auditioned for the show. Unfortunately, Donghyun was the only member to pass the audition round, and he was later eliminated on the last episode with the final ranking of 12. For the group's 7th anniversary, they released Sun Shower. The song was composed by Jongmin and written by Jongmin, Donghyun, Kwangmin, and Minwoo. The members worked hard on the single because it would be one of their last Korean singles before their curtain call. They also released their Japanese single Call Me 2 months later, and on February 24, 2019, Boyfriend released their last Japanese single, Stay the Way You Are. On May 17, 2019, Boyfriend were hit with the emotional news of Boyfriend's disbandment. The members each released written letters thanking their fans for sticking with them until the end. Starship Entertainment also sent off the group with a compilation video thanking them for their hard work for the past 8 years. Boyfriend did not keep best friends waiting for long. On May 26, 2021, the 6-piece group released their surprise single titled Ending Credit to celebrate their 10-year anniversary. All the members participated in composing and producing the single. Along with the new song, the boys held an online fan meeting and concert for their fans on BeLive. The boys were worried that none of the fans would show up, since it's been a while since they promoted together. But not to worry, the boys were stunned to see an outpour of love and support from their fans, and they said they received 10 million hearts during the concert, which was a first for them. They promoted for about a month together doing interviews and participating on web shows, and hope to see their fans again once the pandemic is over. A month after their disbandment, Boyfriend's lead vocalist Jungmin debuted as a soloist with the single 21 Me and You. He would also launch his own label Adiline with producer Han Jae-ho, the founder of the famous K-pop producing team Sweet Tune. He later moved to Crossface Entertainment in 2021. During an interview with the Korea Herald, Jungmin confessed that he had a hard time after Boyfriend disbanded. After some soul-searching, Jungmin realized that his life was nothing without music and pursued his solo career. He held a concert to celebrate his solo debut, and the members of Boyfriend and several other artists showed up in support. He continued to work on music and upload all his work on his personal YouTube channel called JMTV. Jongmin, Kwangmin, and Minwoo started a collaborative YouTube channel formerly known as Boyland, but since then, the channel has rebranded as Minwoo's personal YouTube channel titled Minwoo. Minwoo released quite a bit of content on his YouTube channel relating to Q&As, reacting to their old music videos, and a helpful video where he talks about the K-pop industry. Kwangmin is an independent artist and continues to dabble in music and goes by the name Cat Drinks Coke. He said he chose the name because he likes cats and Coke.
혹시 드링 코크?
네.
콜라 마시는 고양이.
콜라 마시는 고양이. 제가 콜라하고 고양이를 좋아하거든요.
네네.
그래가지고 좀 단순하게 죠.
He recently released his single Hold On Tight on May 29, 2021. His twin brother, Youngmin, has been kept busy continuing his acting career and dabbles in musical theater. Donghyun signed with Sidus HQ in 2019 and now is a serious actor and has appeared in several dramas and even a movie recently. Hyun-sung debuted as a soloist on October 2, 2020 with Wind Road and signed under Dorothy Communications. Boyfriend were one of the it boys back in the mid-2000s, making hearts flutter all around the world. They had an incredibly successful career early on and achieved as much as they did because of their supportive fan base. The boys still engaged with their fans heavily and continued to promote both in Korea and Japan. It's just a shame that they lost momentum after years of success, but they held on as long as they could. Why do you think Boyfriend fell out of touch with their fans and the general public after years of success? Was their own company their enemy by holding them back by not letting the boys explore and grow with their music? Not properly promoting the group and shipping them off to Japan? Or was the industry rapidly changing and completely saturated with new youthful groups to steal the spotlight? Let me know, what are your thoughts? Let me know what other groups you would like to see me cover in the series. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.